Hello there. This reading will be for the element of water in Gemini season. So this applies to Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. And I thought it was very fitting as it just rained and now it is sticky and humid outside, but the rain certainly washed away a lot of stagnant energy. So I can't wait to see what cards come up for these signs, the element of water. What do they need to know right now? We have the Queen of Swords. Cold, hard, demanding authority. I feel like you're asking, or you're trying to ask for what you want. I feel like you're being really forward with your words. This is a very feminine energy. This is the Queen of Communication. So what do you need to say? What do you need to communicate? What do you need to get out and express? The Fool. I think you need a change. You need friends around you. You need to take a leap of faith into something happier, something more exciting, something new. Ooh, also the Queen of Cups. So this is I'll show it to you. You see how the queens are both looking at the Fool? They're both facing the Fool. I'm feeling as if the Fool often represents an Aries, but this might have to do with two people. One who is being assertive and the other who is being soft and gentle. And I feel like they need to take a leap of faith together. The Queen of Cups is very soft and gentle and motherly. Maybe this is saying that in order to take this leap of faith, there has to be a connection between the head and the heart. The Empress. This is really good stuff. The Empress is Piscean energy. This is really beautiful energy for water. I feel like there's a really interesting balance here. The Empress is the mother, and she comes out with the Queen of Cups. She gives birth to all these ideas and possibilities, but she also teaches us patience and to be receptive, because the things that we desire come to us when we are patient and we are still. And she says that delays will prove necessary. I feel like there is a want to travel. I feel like there is a need to go on a little vacation, go down the shore, get a shore house, take a trip with some friends or a lover, travel over land with the Page of Wands, surveying your kingdom. If this is something that you want to manifest, a trip and travel, it looks really good with the sun. The sun reminds me of Leo energy. Something really sunny and bright, happiness and bright prospects, marriage. I know this will not apply to everybody, but with the Empress and the Sun, this could allude to pregnancy. This could allude to moving back home. But it seems like there's really beautiful, bright prospects on the horizon for you. And I feel like it requires some movement and a little bit of change. But, you know, this is really good stuff. This is really exciting stuff. If there's a fire sign in your life, I feel like your friendship, maybe not. I feel like, well, the Three of Swords just came out. That's why I stopped myself. So far there are 2 threes in this reading. The Three of Swords and the Empress is a 3. Let me just show you what the Three of Swords is. It is a broken heart. It is someone who has been deceived, lied to, or maybe they think they've been deceived and lied to. There's some jealousy here. There is some deception here. It's a broken heart. If someone has hurt you, I think there's going to be news coming. I think there's going to be a reconciliation. I think there's going to be a victory, and I think there's going to be a letter, a message, a text, a call that comes through, and I feel like it's an apology, and I feel like it's like, okay, I won. Like, I thought that, you know, you were up to something, or I thought that you were like talking about me behind my back, and I find out it's true, and it's okay because I have closure, and I'm doing great. Even I feel like you guys are doing great, even though there's some past hurt that you're still like mulling over and feeling through. I feel like there's closure and a completion. With the Six of Wands, there's this wreath which represents abundance. The Sun represents abundance. The Empress has to do with the energy of Venus. It is very feminine and it is very intuitive. And I ask of you, as a water sign, you know, they are the most intuitive astrological signs. So I ask of you to trust your intuition, because I feel like that really quiet voice in your head is trying to tell you something. And if you are prone to overthinking and you are finding yourself being more aggressive than usual, I ask you to, and by aggressive I mean with your like words and your emotions, I ask you to come back to your heart and to feel through these things. I ask you to take a leap of faith and trust your intuition and move towards what feels bright and beautiful and exciting and new, because I feel like the hurt is over, and I feel like you're not gonna allow that anymore. I feel like there's something very noble about the way you've been trying to handle yourself. I think of that because of this horse and this person who is victorious and celebrating and surrounded by these people who are willing to, it's like the battle's been won and you have people around you who support you. And wow, another queen. We have the Queen of Wands. I feel like you're being creative. I feel like you're working towards expressing your emotions. I feel like you have a really creative venture. See, we finally have some masculine energy in here, and this is the King of Cups. He is a gentle and emotional masculine energy. And I feel like he is working really hard on himself, and he's really emotional and in touch with his emotions, but he's trying to gain confidence. But you know, the King of Cups comes next to the Queen of Wands, so it's like maybe this like dynamic between friendships and a friend or a lover right now is that they're almost trying to put out a fire in you that you've been cultivating and working on. And it seems like it's been really frustrating because you've been working on being more fiery and outspoken and assertive, and they've kind of become just more submissive and delicate. And I feel like that's leading to a lot of frustration. The Seven of Pentacles has been coming up for everybody, so I just think that's a sign that on a global level we have a lot of hard work to do, and we have a lot of seeds to plant to manifest, and things are changing really rapidly, so it's important to stay grounded. I also wanted to add with the Empress because she is a beautiful symbol of the feminine energy. She is the master of Pentacles, which is the physical world, which is work, which is studies, career. She is also the master of the Cups, which is emotions and love, and that ooey gooey feeling, that intuitive feeling, and the swords. She is the master of the swords as well, and also the wands. So the swords is the communication, the swords is the action and the thought process, and then the wands are that fire that creates something into full actualization. So I feel like you're getting really in touch with your femininity and your intuition and your inner fire. Even as a water sign, you know, I'm sure you might have fire placements, and I'm sure you know, we all get fiery, and we all have these elements at our disposal, even if they're not present in our natal charts. So with the Four of Cups, which just came out, I feel like there's something you've been offered that you don't want. I feel like you've been working towards something, and I feel like you just realized that you don't really desire it anymore. It seems like there's been a real fluctuation in how you make money and how you want to make money, and I think it's been very taxing on your relationships, your friendships. I feel like you need to be a part of a community of people to just talk to and connect with and share things with. But overall, this energy is so abundant. I ask of you to ask for what you want, because I feel like all these cards are pointing to the fact that you can really bring that into light and bring that into the world. You just need some grounding, because things look confusing. But I think people have a lot to share with you that you need to hear right now. I feel like you need to get out of the head and back into the heart. If you're finding that you're overthinking and dwelling on old patterns and old behaviors and old situations, that you really need to check yourself and have a friend hold you accountable. This reading went so fast, so I'm going to use my Mystical Wisdom tarot deck. I feel like for the Earth reading, I needed to be really, really like straightforward and aggressive with kind of like how I was communicating these things. But I feel like with you guys, I feel like it's important to be gentle and to not sugarcoat things, but also tell you, like, give you a little pat on the back for all the hard work you've been doing, because you know these dynamics playing out in the world are not easy, and I feel like things are becoming more stable, but there's some sort of little thing from, well, I'm not saying it's little and insignificant, I'm saying there's something from the past that you just like need to heal. I don't know if it's something that a lover you're still with did to you, and maybe it's just coming back for you to face again. That's what we're all going through right now with these planets in retrograde. We have to revisit these old karmic patterns that we once completed, and we have to revisit it to understand that things have really changed, and we have improved, and we've gotten better, and we've grown. I see this like childlike innocence with the Fool and the Sun and the Empress. I just see really sweet, really like just such a gentle energy. And whatever this Three of Swords is, I'm sorry that you're feeling this way. I'm sorry that your heart hurts. I think as I know many Cancers, I know many Pisces, and I know they're very empathetic people. I do know Scorpios, but I know their energy is a little bit more like, you know, I don't know where your head is at type thing. Like, I don't know what you're feeling. You won't tell me what you're feeling. But I feel like the empathy and just feeling all of this energy from what we're reading on social media, what we're seeing in the news, what we're seeing happening in the world, I feel like that could also be why your heart is hurting. But know that things are changing so that things can get better, and just be gentle with yourself. That's why we love you water signs, because we respect your kindness and your openness and your ability to be vulnerable. Come on. If you've been having this is dreams. If you've been having weird dreams lately, I feel like there's something that your intuition is trying to tell you through your sleep, your dreams. I feel like there's something your intuition's trying to show you, and I feel like maybe starting a dream journal and writing that down can be really helpful to pick it apart, because as someone who studies psychology, it's not another person's job to analyze your dreams for you. You know what it means more than anyone else does. But it's also, this card is also telling you to believe in your dreams. Believe that you are capable. Believe that you have all these beautiful things coming your way, and if you have an opportunity knocking at your door, I feel like you're gonna have an epiphany. Ask for clarity. Ask for a sign. Don't let things fester and get confused in your head. The more you think and think and think, the more confusing it'll be, you know? The people that we love and that are in our lives, they're there for a reason, and they're there to teach us something. And I feel like your power to manifest is really abundant and beautiful right now. If you really desire something, like a new outlet, a new way to create, a new way to express your emotions, I suggest writing down things you dream of and wish for, and maybe burning it, or write down some fears that are holding you back and burn that piece of paper and let it go. You are resilient, and you are rising above all these trials and tribulations, and I feel like with this staircase, it is very mental. I love this deer right in the corner. It's very reminiscent of how I think of a lot of cancers in my life as like deer. I know that sounds weird, but I feel like deer are just, you know, they kind of run away when they're scared. And they don't want to face certain fears, and they don't want to face these challenging conversations. But this is telling you that you need to ask for clear answers. You need to be very precise with what you want and what you're willing to ask for, because you deserve something really amazing, and it seems like amazing things are coming your way naturally, but I feel like you're unsure and you're confused of what you actually want. And I feel like people have a lot of gifts and opportunities. A lot of earth energy is coming towards you with a message to share. There's an abundance of a balance in all the elements that are present here. There's Aries, Leo, and Piscean energy. If those signs resonate with people in your life, maybe there's a Leo in your life that is hurting and needs some sort of assistance. I think if there's a Pisces or you're the Pisces, I see a lot of movement and a lot of change. And I know that it seems scary, but I'm telling you that you can rise above and you can find the clarity and the answers you desire through your dreams at night, through writing things down and asking for them. And you deserve it. And I love you. And stop overthinking. Stop overthinking and stop internalizing your anger. All right? I love you very much, and I hope this resonated. You can message me on YouTube or on my Instagram for a personal reading. It's LU_Sid on Instagram. No capitals. And yeah, like, subscribe, and comment if this resonated. I would love to hear how this applies to your life, if it does. And I wish you the best.